Welcome back. Today we're working on the Cayman again. This time we're permanently mounting the wide body on. Technically not permanently because we're not doing any molding, but we are inserting some nutserts and some bolts. So let's just dive right onto it, boys. So in the last episode, I showed you what I did for the front bumper, how I did these mock-up mounting with these little guys. And yeah, if you didn't watch the last video, take a quick look. It's going to show you how to install the wide body using Clecos. So technically you could drive on the road with this, but it doesn't look too good, right? You got these sticking out. This is a good way to have your wide body sitting on the car without doing many big holes if you're not certain for the fitment, etc. right away. This is a good way to put it in place. You could technically do it with self-taps, as I mentioned in the other video. You can self-tap every hole and hope that it looks good, and hopefully you do not leave it like that. So what we're gonna do today, I'll show you. We gotta put these little bolts here, little washers, little stainless bolt, and then this little guy is a stainless nutsert. So how are we gonna do this? Well, let's just run to the other side of the garage. I should have been prepared, a little more prepared than this, but here you go. We're gonna use this. How we're gonna do that is we're gonna drill bigger holes in the body. Yep, it's that time. A bunch of holes in the body, which I already pre-drilled every one of them. So we're ready with that, but we still got to drill them a little bigger, and I'll explain to you what I'm doing in just a few seconds. So now let's just get rid of that wide body, and we'll be done in no time. And there she goes. It's all off. So as you can tell, we got little holes now everywhere. So the nutsert itself needs to be drilled at a 9mm. So we're gonna drill that out right now on every single hole. And this side here, like on the actual wide body, needs to be drilled at with a 5mm mesh. So before you do that, make sure if you're using a different kind of nutsert that you look at the specifications, just to make sure you're not drilling the hole too big and then get screwed. So let's just start drilling it. So now that that is all drilled, which took no time on camera, I'll show you how to do the nutserts with this one. So with this tool, there's a bunch of different tools out there. What you need to do in this case is just screw down the nutsert all the way till the end. You slam it in the hole, which is pretty snug, well, really snug, and then you just crimp it on. So you make sure when you crimp it, you put it straight, otherwise you're gonna have to re-drill it out again and put a new one in. So I can't do this with just one hand, so I'll put you on the stand so you can see how it's done. Hopefully you can see. So let me just move you right here, and we'll do the first one. So put it in the hole straight. Then you press. What I typically want to do is I pull back a little bit, tighten it up a little more, and just give it a nice little squeeze at the end to make sure that it's completely sitting in there properly. So a good thing to do is always take another bolt, well, one of your bolts, and put it in just to make sure that it fits in well. If not, that means you went a little crooked and you need to re-drill it out again and put a new one in. So yeah, goes on really good. I'll show ya. Just like that. And then once it's all sitting, it's all nice and pretty like this. Again, you can get these in a bunch of different colors. So on a black car, you'd only see the bolt end, right? But yeah, so now we got to do this for all the other ones. So little bit of time lapse and we'll get these done. Or we should do a little magic. Yeah. I think magic is the best way to go on this one. So front fender, 1, 2, 3, go. Boom. So we got the nutserts on the front fender. So it doesn't take too long to do. One thing I like to do, as mentioned previously, is I like to take one of the bolts. You don't need the washer, just the bolt itself. Make sure that it works in every single hole. Oh, see? This one's gonna cause me some headaches. So, you see how this one actually, good example to show you. This one's the hole is pretty much in the middle, and this one, the treads are all the way up top. So that means when I try to put the bolt in, it doesn't wanna go in properly. So I'll show you what I do with these ones afterwards. It does happen. It's a pain in the ass process, I know. I'm sure there are way better ways and way better methods. Oh man, I got 2 now. Look at that. Okay, so 2 are not good. So what I typically do, it needs to come out. Why? Well, if you're gonna cross thread a bolt in there, you don't want that. Just drill it out. So just take a drill bit that goes on the top. I should go get a better drill bit. But all you need to do is just take that small ring off, and then that just pops down. So you're not gonna drill directly in the body. You just gotta keep the hole the same size. But yeah, so let me just drill those out and we'll put 2 more. So now that the new one's in, I just drilled it out with a little bigger drill bit, and yeah, there we go. So front fender is done. So as you can see in these ones, this is a dummy plate. So we're just gonna put a nut and a bolt at the other end, so it's going to look exactly the same, but we're not putting a nutsert in these. No point. So let's just go at it and just go to town, put some nutserts here, and then we'll be back in a few seconds and we'll show you the next steps once the nutserts are all in. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I messed up like 4 of these, so I had to re-drill them and put them back in. But yeah, you can see they're all in now, and they all passed the test. So now it's time to throw these on to see if our hole's in the right spot. Surely hope they are, otherwise we're gonna be driving a car with nice little holes in her. But yeah, let's just throw them on. So we'll start with Mr. Front Bumper first, right? Mr. Front Over Fender, sorry. Oh, actually, I forgot to drill these out. But now that she's drilled, technically she should slide into place pretty easy. So, I'm guessing this one goes here. Figured that would hold it a little bit, but I think it needs a little more. I think there's a total of 44 bolts holding this kit. Of course, if you're using a different kit or a different model of a car, etc., that will definitely change. This one's using 44 in total. That means if I mess up or lose one, we're sort of screwed. So yeah, you get the gist of it. All you really need to do is just tighten up all of these bolts. Right, and then what I like to do is just snug them a little bit and then retighten them all. See, that's why you do this with a car that's not painted yet for the test fit, because obviously it's messy work. There's shards of fiberglass all over, and yeah. But yeah, so let me put all of these on. Pretty simple, it's just bolts, and then we'll see what it looks like. And there you have it. All the bolts are in. Fitment is awesome. Yeah. Everything is there. So all that's left to be done technically is these little rubbers. They go in between the washer. So these are the little rubber pieces which we're only going to put on the last install. Well, the final install once it's a different color and whatnot. But yeah, that's where we're at. We now have the Widebody fully installed. Well, fully installed. Is it done on the other side? Well, of course it is. Of course it is. We've got this side done as well. So that is what she's going to look like. So she is wide. Woo! Can't you tell I'm a little excited? It's starting to look like a car again. So we still have a lot of work to do, but for now this concludes the episode on how to basically mount the Widebody into place. So I'm pretty excited. Now we move on to the next step. So as you can tell, there will need to be some cutting. We might need some spacers, right, to get the perfect fitment. We got to go lower and all that, but that is for another episode. So we'll catch you again on the other episode. So we'll catch you again in the next episode, and that's where we're gonna be cutting the body, which there is no returning. It's gonna be a Widebody car. That's it, that's all. Yeah. Again, guys, there ain't nothing to it but to do it, and we'll catch you on the next one.